Welcome to Such Bullshit Podcast, episode 27. Free sponsorship by Coca-Cola, I don't give a fuck. Today's episode is Alex Jones. I'm here tonight with BDX, or rather this morning. BDX, you know what? Take it away, buddy. Tell me all about Alex Jones.
Alright, so Alex Jones was right about everything. He was right about Donald Trump being an extraterrestrial from Pleiades. He is a Pleiadian. Wonderful people, exceptional people. They are so very talented, exceptional people. Donald Trump is a Pleiades. He is from the stars. And, of course, being a golfer and being on a golf course more frequently in Obama is because Pleiadians love to kick around balls. Much like the woman who pepper sprayed me with the mace in her purse that was actually bear spray, that was the size of a fire extinguisher, she kicked me in the balls. And she was blonde, just like Donald Fitzgerald Trump, who is also from the Pleiades. Okay, that was fucking lame.
I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was a good opening.
It was just improv, but whatever, man. It's just sucked.
It was improv. You're fine.
That alleged fictitious woman that I came up with did last night. Ha ha! Blowjob misogyny joke. Ha 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 ha!
So Alex Jones is in hot water.
Shut up. All right, I'm in contempt of court. I just talked over defendant memes or whatever. Listen. I'm crazier than Alex Jones. I think that the police in Louisville, Kentucky, who were using the Explorer Scouts program, the Boy Scouts program, to abuse boys, that killed Breonna Taylor. I think they're affiliated with the human trafficking and child trafficking in Toledo, Ohio, and I think that they remind me of the cops from that video from Durango when they were doing a tour of their police station, and all they could do is complain about how they don't have enough money to comply with government regulations on how their bathrooms should look. And they put like stock music in the beginning because it's like based. But Jesus, I think the police are like whatever it is. I think they have been occupied by criminals for a long time, and I don't know much about the Chicago black sites, but when police were just booking people in just the Midwest, like that whole Midwest region is just filled with traffic.
This is like listening to an audiobook. I love it.
No, stop. Don't talk over me. Listen, now you're in contempt of court, okay? You just talked over me in the courtroom, and now you're in contempt of court. All right. But the trafficking in the Midwest, like with Toledo, Ohio, and where's Kentucky? Oh, that's not in the Midwest. Sorry. But even like the whole thing with the Chicago black sites and George Floyd and Derek Chauvin being in Minnesota, where there was protests in like Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, that's also in the Midwest. So the Midwest, I like to call them Middle Westerners, like Middle Easterners. But I think that
Middle Easterners,
the people in the turbans and the burqas and the cobs, they're actually from St. Paul, Minneapolis, shit like that. They're from like St. Louis Park, Missouri, or some shit.
Do you know what kind of an opinion I have of Alex Jones? Actually, like, I don't view him as this guy that who's
gives
out the news.
Again? I don't know who Alex Jones is.
You know who he is. Shut the fuck up, dude. Listen.
I know who Paul Joseph Watson is. I know who John Corzine is. But who's Rihanna? Who's Rihanna?
I fucking cannot read.
I know who Chris Brown is, but who's Rihanna?
Okay. Alex Jones going to court because he was ranting about how Sandy Hook was fake. The way I view my view of Alex Jones is the following. I view him as a comedian. I don't view him as news, because otherwise he'd be called News Wars, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be called Info Wars. That wouldn't make any fucking sense. So when you start to actually picture some of the shit that he says online, it's done in like this Sam Hyde archetype where he just gets on camera and he's like, Hey guys, this is all wrong, the school shooting never happened. This is fucking crazy. The aliens are real. The math is saying the things correctly. It's like, first off, tone it the fuck down, and second, you're crazy, but this is fucking hilarious. It's almost like Chris Chan levels of fucking hilarious, which I was about to do a podcast on that guy. I swear to God, it's probably going to be my next one. because of all the shit I've been hearing about him going into court, which is fucking hilarious. But my ultimate view of Alex Jones's case, however, is fucking flip-flopped. Like, how is it completely fine that you got some guy that, even though he's, obviously being a crazy piece of shit online, how can you have one guy go into a courtroom and then suddenly your public defender, his lawyer, gives up his information to the other attorneys of the persons that are suing them? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, that's a mistrial. Alex Jones is technically, he's in the right. Like, he could claim mistrial, right now, just for that. And I think that might have even been staged. His previous attorney may have staged giving out the information just to get out of the case. And if that is the case, it's pretty fucking clever. Because, again, what reason did that attorney not have to do it? What was the benefit? There was no way he was getting out of it because he was a crazy person ranting about how Sandy Hook wasn't real. Now, my opinion on Sandy Hook, I don't know. It seems kind of weird to me that this fucking small kid that we've never even heard of, that goes to this fucking school, and all these schools really, that are like, oh, okay, he's mentally fucked up. He's the black sheep of the school. Nobody talks to him. He's the quiet kid that sits at the fucking lunch table by himself without an ID because he couldn't get into the high school without.
Did you say that was a mistrial?
I think it's a mistrial.
Yeah, I think if I had ejaculated too early, I would tell her that it was a mistrial and want to try again.
Can we not with the abortion stuff right now?
Okay, listen. I'm not going to get an abortion.
Well, you're not going to get medical rights and start getting sued for crossing the fucking border to get medical help now, are you?
Well, I am.
Which that's going on in Florida right now, which, by the way, fuck the governor of Florida.
Dude, the governor of Florida, Bill de Blasio, Michael DeSanta, or whatever, Grand Theft Auto 7. I don't give a shit. Continue?
Yeah, no, that guy needs to get out of office. I could do a whole bullshit podcast on that fucking idiot. I don't even know how the fuck these people, get into governor office. It's ridiculous. Like, where did this guy even come from? Like, we get these laws that get passed on fucking abortion and shit, and you actually start to think about it, and it's not even, like, the courtroom settings for some of these things. Like, no laws on cybercrime are definite. That's the biggest problem with the internet. That, they can claim, oh, there's 100% anonymity and all this shit. The issue is this. This is why there is actually no laws, okay? The real reason that cybercrime is not regulated by the US government at all is because beforehand it was unregulated, and they're absolutely terrified of how they're going to handle all their internal affairs if anybody can claim in the past that they were harassed through this individual on an alternate account. It's very simple and very easy and would fuck up the entire government. The government would fucking collapse within a matter of seconds. Out of all the secrets and shit that would have been exposed, or FBI agents going after one another, or CIA agents fucking with one another over whatever amount of information, or holding it over them like it's a fucking trophy. But the fact of the matter is that those laws will never pass, even though they need to pass. Because for the betterment of the future, honestly, the next generation, 2 generations out from me. So if I have kids, it's my son's kids at that point. Those guys that are gonna be like in the 22nd century, going in, and in the year 2200, when I'm long fucking gone and dead, even distant than that, they're gonna be completely fucked. We're gonna still have these same shitty laws in effect. Our government's gonna be more fucked up. I think World War III is gonna happen fucking soon. Like, I agree a little bit with Elon Musk. When it comes to the whole opinion on World War III, I think we're completely fucked. I think we're going to go to war with goddamn Russia when their hind legs on their fucking ass, with us building NATO bases around them, and we're going to get fucked. We're screwed when it comes to, the Russians actually fucking fighting back. Considering the fact they hold all the oil in the world right now, and, gas prices are all fucked up and everything's screwed up. We got our fucking dumbass president thinking that, because we have turbines, it's a couple turbines in a field are enough to power a whole fucking city. Like, are you fucking stupid? I love the one video I saw on Twitter. BDX, do you recall the video that got posted on Twitter where Biden's entire executive advisors were coming in by like fucking jug SUVs, like black SUVs. But he was driving in with like a whole field of like 10 fucking black SUVs chugging gas. And he's like, oh, look at this power saving method. We got all these cool fucking thingamabobs up here spinning, and it's making the city power. It's gonna be enough to power everybody. What? So you're wasting all that gas trying to flex a tiny fucking crusty cock for that? I think that's the is fucking dumb. Is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
I'm a tough guy.
Now, going back to Alex Jones' Infowar, you know, I went to an event once where I've seen him in person. I'm not kidding. I've seen him before. I didn't go up to him. I thought he was a fucking nut. I seen him fucking years ago at an event in Philadelphia. I think. It was either Philadelphia or fucking New York City when I was visiting. Now, this motherfucker is goddamn crazy. He's just constantly walking up to people and just like, hey guys, what is this? The aliens? It's like, I don't even want to approach this guy without a tinfoil on my fucking head. Like, this guy might actually fucking rub off on me like a goddamn disease. But half of the website's correct on InfoWars and the other half is just like, what the fuck? So I view the guy as a comedian overall. I just don't understand. Why are these parents... Alex Jones's info is saying that, oh, well, Sandy Hook wasn't real because of X reason. It's just like, well, what about their side? What doctored facts did they come up with? That's the way he would say it. But the way anybody would look at it is like, oh, well, these are the actual facts. This is what actually happened. And you look at it, it's just like, what the fuck? Why would you, sit here and say any of these things without facts behind them? That's why he calls it InfoWars rather than News Wars, because news needs to be fact-checked. Info doesn't. You can say whatever the fuck you want on the internet. It doesn't mean it's true. But if you have info to prove things are true, then you're immediately fucked. If you have an audio recording of somebody saying something, wink, wink, you are fucked. You are absolutely fucked. It's from 6 ways to motherfucking Sunday. What was that, BDX? Somebody join? Oh, it's Evie Boy at fucking 11 o'clock. At 3 in the morning, I guess, right?
No, about 4, roughly.
You're about to go to work?
No, it's 2:44 a.m. where I am.
Oh, well, we're talking about Alex Jones and Infowar.
Wow.
Because it's a Such Bullshit podcast and we're live right now. What do you want?
I'll join in.
You're joining in? What do you know about Alex Jones?
Well,
give me the furry. Give me the furry side. Evie Boy, you are the furry of the group. You tell me. Umbreon, you're the furry. Tell me the furry aspect of Alex Jones.
Well,
I want to know.
Some people think most people think he's an asshole, apparently.
So keep going. Tell me more.
I don't know, that's it.
I need you to tell me more as if you were just done fucking jacking it to a yiff. Come on, man. You can tell me more. Give me the details. Give me the deets. I must know. For the sake of mankind and all the aliens out there for Alex Jones. No, I'm fucking sober, and I'm just pissed off today.
Why?
I don't want to get into it. I basically removed somebody for doxing.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. I'm not going to say it on the stream and derail it. But my point being, my dude, what do you know about Alex Jones? Just that he's an asshole? That's it? You don't have anything else to input?
I've never watched him.
Well, facts, I didn't really watch him much either. I usually just kind of, popped into the thing and heard him say some random shit, and if I hear him say something, I tune it out, and I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about you. Good day, man. But half the shit that has been going on in his court case, maybe you'll change a limelight if I explain it to you. So basically, to recap, Alex Jones went into, this kind of rant about a year ago, saying that Sandy Hook was fake, and it pissed everyone off. That's why everyone's pissed. Now, the result of this, at the end of the day, BDX your keyboard again. The result of this was
You're
that
talking over my keyboard.
the result of this basically led to him getting into a court case with the people that were complaining and upset that they felt defamed, as if the parents, the victims, the parents were upset that he was saying all this nasty shit about their kids that are dead. Now, Alex Jones is claiming that all the deaths are fake, everything was staged, and it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, that's a pretty incriminating thing. The issue is that his court case is fucked up. His attorney leaked his private information and text messages to the other attorneys, to the other side. Do you not think that's a mistrial?
Why? What are you getting at here? Are you saying he had a mistrial?
Yeah, do you think it's a mistrial? I had to turn down his keyboard.
Shh. Stop talking over my
keyboard.
Shh.
That might be perjury, honestly.
You think it's perjury? How would it be perjury? Perjury is if you lie in court. Explain. I'm curious.
Okay, never mind. That was not about this.
Perjury is when you falsify information and you provide it to the court.
No, I'm thinking of the one where, witness intimidation or something like that, or witness some, basically he caused a mistrial on purpose just so that way he can get out of it.
So do you think that he caused the mistrial on purpose? That's what you're saying? Yeah. You think he staged the whole thing and said, "Hey, my attorney, yo, bro, listen, I'm gonna have you send these bullshit texts over to the other side, and then I'm gonna fucking drop you, and you're gonna walk, and I'm gonna pay you the extra wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Here, I'm gonna claim a mistrial." Honestly, that's what I said early on. But I think it's kind of fucked that the attorney is even legally allowed it to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, why was he allowed it to get away with that? Like, how can somebody claim that something is a mistrial? What defines a mistrial in the United States, too? It's like, what is it? Is it a mistrial that if somebody comes into court drunk, screaming and pissing themselves on fucking camera in front of the judge and then picking up the microphone going, "Fuck you," and throwing the microphone at the judge or ripping it out and screaming like a crazy person, and then the judge just says, "Order! Order! We're having a fucking mistrial! Fuck this kid! Get him out of my office! Get him out of my court!" Is that the... And that's if this was, New Orleans.
Italian is showing.
My Italian is showing?
Yeah, what in the court? Get him out of my...
My Italian is showing. Holy shit, dude. My Italian is showing. My inner Italian is showing. Holy fuck, I forgot about my Italian. Oh my god. No, my New Orleans was the thing that was coming out, okay? It's a big difference. Now, the issue that I have in general.
My New Orleans. Alright, listen,
the one thing
Jones isn't even real. That's the big psyop. He's a hologram.
He's a hologram.
Yeah, it's
He's a hologram.
No, the moon is an LCD screen. Alright, it's by Samsung. And when you look up at it, you can see the pixels. When you look at it through like a telescope, it'll be warped because the atmosphere, it's like water, okay? You're under the firmament, so that's why the stars are warped when you look at them through the telescope at times. When you look at them through the lens of your camera, either it's the heat haze or some like mirage, but it looks like staring at the world above you when you're under the ocean and seeing it all distorted, okay? That's what's going on here. So when you look at the moon, it's like a big LCD screen made out of like a giant cheese wheel that was covered with a sphere, okay? And Alex Jones is being projected from that and Saturn, okay? David Icke talked about this. Alex Jones is an anagram for lizard in gematria.
So you think he's a lizard? He's a lizard man.
What?
He's a lizard man. Guys, look out. He's a fucking lizard man.
No, I think he's an Eddie Izzard man. And he wears one's clothes.
Can I say the word?
Bird.
Clown level. What's amazing is that the land of the free, you can be sued for hurting someone's feelings. America isn't the greatest country in the world, far from it. No, you're full on in agreement. You can go around fucking posting anything you want online, but at the end of the day, once you start doing fucking perjury and falsifying information, then it becomes an actual issue. You know, a very common thing and very common theme on YouTube today, which I don't fucking approve of, is these whole drama expose fucking videos. I feel like this is kiddie shit. Like, and the reason I say that is there's 3 different defining things. You have your gaslighting, which is falsifying information, essentially perjury and faking bullshit, just to put a fucking bad spotlight on somebody. Then you have doxing, which is where you make an exposed video, but their information's in it. And then you have an actual exposed video, which is the 3rd column, which is where you actually tell the truth and call somebody out for basically being a shitty person, like a lot of YouTubers do. That are most notable that I've been pals with over the years. Like, for example, Apollo. Apollo called out Billy Mitchell for being fake, and I talked to him every other week up until he killed himself. And it's, pretty brutal thing, but a lot of these people think that this is their whole livelihood, and because they're so petty with their feelings, there's an up and down to what you say on that one, because, again, you could be sued for your feelings, but you can't be sued for facts. Yeah, their feelings got hurt. If someone's got their feelings hurt, well, I can't say anything to that.
Somebody successfully sued themselves, so...
Somebody sued themselves? I mean, you could sue a rock.
No, I mean...
You could go into your own local municipal and file a complaint in the United States, in any town court, walk in and be like, yeah, I want to sue fucking President Biden. I'm not kidding. I walked into my municipal court, and I asked them, can I sue the president? They're like, yeah, you could totally sue the president, any politician, anybody you want. You could sue the fucking goddamn president and any of his FBI agents. I'm like, holy fuck. That's it? I could do that? I was like, yeah, you could totally do it. Although, don't expect him to show up to court. I'm like, I'm taking Joe Biden to court. I'm taking Joe Biden to court. Yo, let's go. Y'all want to take Hunter Biden to court for making me have to see his crack rock collection? Like, that's the way I view this. Like, it's a fucking joke to me that...
No, who you can take to court? That one dude who showed the puffy thing on the internet.
What puffy thing?
The prolapse.
You mean the blue waffle?
No, you don't. Oh my God, BDX, does he not know?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The only thing I thought it was probably a fucking blue waffle.
No, the prolapse anus that dude posted about saying.
You know how fake? You listen. Do you know how fucking fake that shit could be? All you gotta do is get like a plastic bag, paint it to look a certain color, and stick it up your ass and let it hang out. That's fake as fuck, bro. Okay, a lot of porn is fake, believe it or not.
Yeah, no shit.
It's fake, man. It's fake. Like, you got nipple insertion, by the way, which is a fucking weird Japanese fetish where they put fake rubbers on their tits. They fucking just insert shit. It's so fucking stupid.
Let me
To each their own, though, I guess. If that's the kind of thing you're fucking into, I am not. That's fucking gross to me. But to go back on topic here, Alex Jones, man. I do find it wrong that the court system would even allow to even call it a mistrial. I think it's corrupt, the fact that an attorney can drop any information to another attorney, because that doesn't seem right. How could you call yourself an attorney at that point, or a margot of anything, if you're more than willing to just, my client's phone messages? You want them? Here they are. You want to see them? Here they are on screen. Here, messages. Take it. Take the messages. Oh, thank you for that. This is great. I'm going to use this against your client. Fuck you. How much money? Like, was there money exchanged in any of that? You gotta wonder, is this the America we live in? Is that just? That's not just. That's fucking stupid.
You gotta think about it. You gotta think about this. And I want to be honest with you. Ugh. When I was arrested 2 months ago, not 2 months ago.
You were arrested?
Dude, I've been out of jail 3 times.
What the fuck did you go to jail for? What the this is new to me.
I'll explain later.
What did you do?
No, I'll explain later. Anyways,
what did you do?
Oh my God.
Tell me now, what the fuck did you do? Was it a traffic stop or something?
No, one of them was a felony that got dropped.
Okay.
It was a family violence that got dismissed because it was like a complete.
Okay, now go to the next one. All you needed to say was family violence. Go to the next one. That's petty shit. Next one.
No, I was gonna say it was because it was more mental health related than it was what they thought it was.
Okay, no, I
Yeah.
understand. I understand immediately.
Next one
Continue though.
was I ripped my neighbor's mirror off her dumbass Karen car, and I got a ticket for it. But it's technically a ticket.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That doesn't seem really offensive. Shit, I was expecting something worse, like you rob a bank or some shit, or
No, I mean I have a pending
you
one.
ran up and shanked someone or something actually fucking illegal and wrong. I'm like, what the
No,
fuck?
I have a pending one currently. I haven't completed one yet.
What the fuck is the completed one? What did you do this time?
No, this one is the one I'm pending. It's accident involving vehicle, and you want to know what vehicle I hit by mistake?
What a cop car?
An undercover detective.
Yo, imagine his response. He's sitting there in his car. He's having his drink. He's like, oh, I gotta keep a close eye on this guy. And then suddenly, fucking Furry just comes smashing the fuck into him. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Oh, man. But no, tell me the rest of the story about what you were gonna tell me about the whole when you were arrested. Continue from there.
I was in the jail system, and
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, this is the world we live in, where half of the cell was filled up with African Americans, like 75% of them. Like that's just messed up.
The way I look at a prison, in all honesty, I don't look at it as a color. I just see it. Okay, you've all committed crimes. Because to get in prison, in most municipals and states, when you go to court or when you get arrested, you get pulled before a judge before you get sentenced to a prison sentence for doing something. Usually, 90% of the times, unless you murdered somebody outright and they prove it. In that case, you're completely screwed and you're in prison immediately.
Yeah,
but you don't just wind up. Yeah, you don't just wind up there for absolutely no reason. They
No.
fucking investigate and they make a hard decision. Okay, this guy is an endangerment to the community. We have to put him away. So they probably saw you as an endangerment because you hit a car. It's like, okay, well, you could have hit a person getting out of the car. The way they view.
We were on a main road.
They don't care.
Like,
if you hit a car, and you're a passenger seat, they don't give a shit.
He started moving over to get on the highway and stuff, but there's no lane markings. So I started going past him, thinking that he had already got over to wherever the lane is, and then he moved over and tried to block me. And I ended up going off the road, and the back end kicked out. And then when it came back in, it hit the side of his fender and made a little dent, but really messed up the rear quarter panel.
So technically, it was his fault, but you don't have a camera to prove it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they arrested me for that because it was accident involving vehicle, but it wasn't hit and run related because
you stayed and you did the right thing. You did the correct thing.
I went 2 miles down the road, but I still called the police and I still pulled over, but he went right past me. So it's such a mess that you have to wonder how this even works.
So wait, the guy ran.
Well, I pulled over into the grassy area after I made because where I was going was only a half mile.
No. I don't need to know the description. Did the guy run away?
No, let me explain. I pulled over into the grass. He went right on by me, and then I just went into the destination, which was like a few hundred feet, and then called 911 to say why didn't he stop? You know.
Okay, I see that. That's fucked.
Yeah.
But back to Alex Jones, though, man. You've never heard of him before? Infowars, none of that. You just think he's a crazy person.
I have. I mean, through YouTube poops and other stuff, random.
Do you view him as a comedian? I want to know from the furry perspective. Do you view Alex Jones as a comedian?
No, he's just offensive. He's an asshole.
Do you think he's an asshole for the sake of comedy, like Sam Hyde? Think of it that way.
More like
opinions, man. Opinions. I need them. Give me free content.
Listen, I think Alex Jones having trans porn on his phone shown on live stream was the best part.
Wait, actually?
Yep.
That happened?
Yep. Look it up. All right, listen. We need to get Eddie Bravo in here. I know on Instagram, Eddie Bravo follows like hot college girls. You know the actor that plays Saul Goodman? He follows like a sexy feet page on Instagram because the followers are public. So people are like,
No.
Bob Odenkirk, no. No, not the foot fetish. Not the foot fetish. Bow. Sucking on them toes.
What the fuck, dude? Dude, you almost sound like Herbert the Pervert.
Who's the director?
Bro, BDX just woke up and had a coffee. I mean, this happens to him when he
No,
drinks caffeine.
Who was the guy that directed Dusk Till Dawn and Pulp Fiction? What was that guy? George Clanton?
I don't know, but you just referenced the Zelda ROM hack.
What?
Dusk and Dawn, that's a Zelda ROM hack.
No, Dusk Till Dawn is like a movie where it's like pussy, pussy, pussy.
Oh, you said Dusk Till Dawn. Okay, that's different.
Chicken pussy, Bengali pussy. We got Swaziland pussy. Like what was the actor? That, oh man, I forgot his name. Tarantino. George Clinton, Tarantino.
George Glitters.
Quentin.
Umbreon, I got a question for you. I got a question for you that isn't related to Alex Jones or the podcast. Just an off-base question.
He sucks feet in movies.
Because I want to know from your perspective what you view this as. What do you think of the IC3?
The what?
The IC3.
What?
Okay, so you don't know what it is. It is the Internet Crimes Complaint Division for basically a direct line to the FBI for internet crime. That's the official term for it. And I've known about it for years. And I have some ties in there to get a hold of certain people if I need to. And you know, at one time, because a certain dox was posted against me about 3-4 years ago, I was in direct contact, and I was put into a safe house for a bit. I didn't say this; it was only for a month. And as soon as I got out, they were like, "Yeah, don't say anything at all. You just go back to living and don't stream for like don't have an online presence for like a few weeks or something." I'm like, okay. And I came back. I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck it. The whole time I just did nothing but Minecraft and watch fucking Vampire Diaries on a portable DVD player. And I was like, whatever, I got time to pass. And that was a very shitty time in my life that I look at it. But you've never heard of the IC3 before at all, like for
no.
It's a first. So you didn't. If you never knew about it, that must mean it's a very inefficient system, don't you think?
What are you getting at here with this?
Well, I mean, don't you think that cybercrime is pretty rampant in America? I mean, I'm not saying, oh, the Russians are hacking. I don't give a shit for that. I'm saying fucking the doxing, harassing, troll alt. You think that trolling should only be in video games and not like on social media? Do you not agree that there should be some kind of implementation put into place that would ultimately say fuck all to this drama content?
Well, actually, no.
I think the gaslighting's wrong.
Well, yeah, that's fucking bullshit. But so is posting a misinformative meme as a joke. It's under that same logic. So no. I think people can say.
I don't think a misinformative meme would be, if it was a meme or a joke, I don't see that as viable to be removed by internet crime or whatever. I wouldn't see that as a criminal
what if the
thing.
joke said, "I don't always fall today, but when I do, it's off a cliff."
That's just suicide alert.
Yeah, you can't make suicide jokes. You can't threaten to kill people as a joke. You can't do that. You can't Minecraft. You can't do it.
Well, if you did it in Minecraft or a video game like that, nobody would give a fuck.
No, I mean like
it's Minecraft.
Really, threaten to kill somebody in Minecraft.
Let me tell you a story about a gamer in.
Joke about blowing something up in Minecraft.
Let me tell you a story about a guy in 2001. No, it was 2004.
Actually, hold on a second. I think BDX is onto something because he's saying like, "Oh, what if the person in Minecraft said, I'm gonna shoot up this school or something?"
This is the point I'm getting. I'm making an example of this.
No. If they said that they were going to X, Y, and Z in Minecraft, in the game Minecraft, is one of the jokes when people are dealing with like this so-called internet FBI agent is no, sir. I said I was gonna do it with Minecraft.
In early
Oh, I know what
2000,
you're getting
let
at.
me
Okay.
just tell this story. In early
Really, I
2000,
don't want to restrict expression or freedom of speech, and I think I like chaos. So I don't really think that you're going to control what people say. You're just
facts.
going to punish what
I'm trying to
somebody
say a thing,
says.
God damn it. Let me tell a story. In early 2000, there
Okay,
was this
BDX.
kid.
Like, did you like mean like how
Can I
you
explain
should be
my
able to
goddamn
taste the?
story?
Hold on.
Let me explain my
Like,
damn story. Fuck
basically,
that shit. I'm explaining my story, don't interrupt. So, in early 2000, there was
so
this
that
guy that played nothing but RuneScape,
that way
and
they. I'm sorry.
you cut me off. I'm fucking muting you on the damn stream. Alright, let me fucking finish this damn
Hey,
story.
listen, you're talking over my keyboard right now.
So, there was this kid in the early 2000s that was playing RuneScape nonstop, and to basically iterate here, at one point in the when he was playing the game, he told one of his he told one of his friends in RuneScape that he was basically going to go and essentially shoot up a school. He wasn't kidding around. He was threatening certain people. He didn't actually mean anything by it. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to kill him," and there he was waiting for these kids to get online on RuneScape to kill them in the wilderness. It's just some middle schooler, and the police cuffed him. They didn't put him in juvie. They put him in real prison for like 15 years. And when he got out, he was like fucking 30. He was my age. He's just looking around. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, what's Fortnite? Like, his whole fucking experience went from, oh, this is old school RuneScape. This is the only RuneScape that's out. RuneScape 2 and 3 don't exist yet. And, WoW isn't a thing. Fucking, RuneScape 3 is not a thing. Final Fantasy 14 is not a thing. The internet rampancy of bullshit is not a thing. Twitter isn't a thing. Discord's not a thing. Skype is not a fucking thing. Like, it was insane for this kid. His whole fucking world must have opened up when he got out. But I'm thinking, is it right?
No,
that
Maris, YouTube
what?
was still in its infancy.
That's the point I'm trying to get at. The point I'm trying to get at, though, overall, is that guy in the right? Is law enforcement in the right for cuffing him because of the fact that he said something in a fucking video game and he wasn't investigated properly and he was punished improperly? Do you feel like he was punished improperly back then? Yeah, I fucking agree. I feel like he should get millions of dollars.
What color is this kid?
White. White kid.
See, that throws everything off.
White kid, 15 years old, middle schooler.
Rich or poor?
Poor.
There's your issue.
Low to middle class. Not even working class.
If that would have been a rich kid, this kid would have been back in school like the next day.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But there was no fucking Patreon or GoFundMe to get him out of, to get him out of hot water. Nobody gave a fuck for that type of shit. And when you stop to actually look at some of the stuff that, he had really done, it's on a fucking video game. When you do something on a video game, it's a lot more different than if you were to go on social media and say, hey, I'm gonna come to your fucking house with an AR and I'm gonna fucking end your whole family. Like, when you get to that fucking point, that's real crime. That's the shit that cyber criminal or the IC3 should be investigating. However, they don't do that because they're not able to regulate it at that type of thing. I feel like the FBI are just as ill-equipped and not as funded to be handling those certain situations more often. And the end result is a lot of rampancy, not just, I'm not calling it trolling or pranks because that's done on YouTube all the time. Like, if you were to come to me and send me a message of fucking Rickroll, I would sit there and laugh at it. But if you send me a message that is something I can't even describe on YouTube, you Rickrolled me the other day. You Rickrolled me the other fucking day already. Don't remind me.
Did you actually click on it?
I clicked on it thinking it was something, but my point being is that, over time, if you shift pranks to, I'm going to come to your house, ill-content, malcontent behavior, and endanger the people that you care about, that's no longer... This is no longer, like, fucking normal crime. This is even a fucking joke or a prank or a troll. This is just being fucking elite. This is being a criminal. That's being a criminal right there. You know,
What? You know what? Actually, hold on. Speaking of Rickroll, I feel like one of these days someone's going to end up killing somebody because they got Rickrolled.
I don't know about that. Okay, the one thing I wanted to say too, I wanted your opinion on this. How would you view somebody who, how would I even put it in a description? I can't even describe it. Never mind. But that's all I had to say on Alex Jones. I feel like the guy's a nut. I feel like he's gonna have a mistrial and he's gonna get out of court. I don't feel like he should be.
He's a white privilege piece of trash.
And he's gonna have to pay millions out of pocket to get out of trouble. I know that.
Yeah, but
I also feel like he shouldn't even be sued. Like, really, like, to be sued for an opinion, as one of the viewers said earlier, I don't feel like it's really a viable thing to even do when you start to look at that big picture. Because, like, what the fuck are we thinking as a society? We're gonna sue somebody for an opinion. Now, there's an opinion, and then there's posting someone's name and face online. Now, let me ask you this. This was the question I was going to pose earlier, but in a little bit more detail. Umbreon, how would you feel? Would you feel like what I'm about to describe is dox? If I were to take a picture of your face, uncensored, with your full name, would you call that a dox? And I were to put that in a video. Yes or no? Would you feel like that's posting docs?
Yeah, because if someone has a criminal record, they can look at it back up for you.
Now, what if I censored half of your face? Like just the eyes? Any indication of it that would be...
Still can match someone up with a criminal record or something.
Okay, what if your name is half censored?
Depends on what half is censored.
Okay, what if you're an internet celebrity?
Yeah, whatever. Listen, Alex Jones literally likes taking it up the ass, and when he was in the mass shooting, he even said that didn't happen, okay?
To go back to my earlier thing before BDX was talking.
During Sandy Hook? Did you hear about that?
BDX, I just wanted to get an answer out of Umbreon when it came to the question I had just asked.
Listen on your parade here, but, Alex Jones, dude, if you want to keep denying that, you and I had a beef, man, keep it up, man. Like, what? If you don't want to get in the ring with me and Sam Hyde, that's the thing. You don't want to get in the ring with me and Sam Hyde. You don't want to box with me. You don't want to fight me. Because you're scared.
I don't know. So, Umbreon, what if you were an internet celebrity and everyone had your name and your face? How would you approach that then?
And CM Punk, we're gonna do at it, man.
Umbreon? No, Umbreon. Just give me an answer to that. Give me an answer to that question.
And punch him right in the duodenum.
Did Umbreon leave?
Yeah, Umbreon left.
God damn! I wanted to ask him now. I wanted his actual opinion, man.
Who's a famous boxer?
I don't know. Most of those people you mentioned probably don't even box anymore. I don't think CM Punk's even a boxer anymore.
Tyson, right?
Well, it's been 43 minutes of the podcast, and I just wanted to articulate on how I feel like Alex Jones is in the wrong. BDX, come on, man. Let me think my thing.
Words unspoken, anus is broken, prolapsed colons and sperm.
Okay, BDX, you good? Can I continue the thing?
In the ring, I would win against Alex Jones.
All right, I think BDX has gone full on insane, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone full on insane. He's gone full on insane. He's there. He's reached the point. Umbreon, you're back. Can you at least tell me the opinion that you have?
What are we talking about?
The opinion I wanted to ask you of earlier is if you're an internet celebrity. If you're an internet celebrity online, would you still view it as a dox if somebody had your name and face?
What are we talking about?
I was literally just telling you. I asked you a question earlier before you left. Would you still view it as would you view it as a dox if somebody had your name and face, if you were a celebrity and you were known online and your face was online? Is it different? Do you think the law enforcement...
I can't answer this.
You're drunk. Furry is drunk, ladies and gentlemen. No, for real though, you don't have an opinion on that.
I don't know.
I have a drunk furry in my goddamn chat. Get out of here.
What?
Get out of here.
No.
Go drink.
No.
I'm gonna end my podcast.
No.
Okay? Because I couldn't get a definitive answer on the question because it's too much of an obvious question. If you're an internet celebrity or just a regular celebrity online, there's no reason to call it a fucking dox if it's your name and your face. Now, if you're a streamer or something, it doesn't matter. So long as you're online and you have a handle, you could use the handle with that person's face and information. It doesn't matter. That's the way I fucking view it. That's the way I fucking view it. There is no fucking reason why you shouldn't be allowed to do something like that. Now, if it's their home address and their fucking telephone and, maybe their email's one thing. The other two, not so much, because that's like directly contacting them and their family and their closest, individuals at that point. That's doxing. That's what we're not going to be dealing with. So, that's my opinion on that. And I feel like Alex Jones, his whole case is wrong. I feel like he is going to be calling a mistrial. And he's a fucking comedian like Sam Hyde, so I don't really want to take it seriously. I don't think a court should take it seriously. I think a court judge should take it as serious as fucking dealing with Christian. So, I mean, where's that get you? And he's going to be my next fucking stream topic when I do my next podcast. I have some clip art that I was very hesitant to show that BDX made, that in his insane rant from earlier. I think he's still a little insane right now, that he made this. So, Alex Jonesy, the censored version. I don't want to show it too long, but you get the idea. So that's the end of my 27th Such Bullshit podcast about Alex Jones. I was here with Umbreon and BDX on an insane rant about the moon and singing and having too much coffee. But I'm gonna go.
I only had one coffee.
You had enough coffee. You had enough.
Shut up. Stop.
You had enough coffee. You had enough coffee.
Stop.
You can't convince me you had enough coffee, my dude.
Stop talking.
You had enough coffee. You had more than enough.
Keep telling yourself that,
you had
buddy.
more than your fair share of coffee.
Jones, I know you think he's a real guy, but I think he's an agent of Israel, okay? I think his name is Telushkin Bidochovsky, okay?
You can't say that on stream, bro. You cannot say that on stream. You can't go full on fucking Iraqi on me here.
Okay, that's not